Bridge, dive control. Roger that. Yeah, could I have the hydraulics on, please? You off the base plate? Yeah? Okay, are you ready to leave bottom? Roger that. Coming up easy on the bell. Are you finished with the outside lights? Okay, stand by.
It is deep into the night as the Mission 2 diving bell emerges safely from the sea after yet another successful drilling operation. The bell and her crew were submerged for 8 hours at a depth of more than 100 meters, and many rock core samples were obtained, which will be examined and analyzed later.
That was a nice easy one, Charlie. A nice easy one.
The base platform is hoisted up, and the ship is now ready to move on to a next location.
We don't want to spoil you.
Every 12 hours, a crew change takes place, and the new crew is transported by boat from the mainland, although perhaps sometimes it might have been better to have stayed on shore. The purpose of this operation is the laying of a hydroelectric cable between the Labrador mainland and Newfoundland.
Hallo, ik kan even jullie twee even de bel ingaan om de checklist te doen.
The Rocky Giant, a converted motor vessel, has been especially equipped with an automatic station-keeping system which guides her 4 thrusters and main propeller and holds the vessel within centimeters of the required location. Before the actual operation begins, Diving Superintendent Jan Veek, Diving Supervisor Keith McMillan, and Captain Simon Verslaus meet together in the control room to discuss the job on hand.
Oh, Rinus. Hoe is het ermee?
The Bell's 6-man diving crew will live and work under saturation conditions for 5 whole weeks. In order to ensure the speed and efficiency of the operation, they will work in 3 teams of 2 divers. The saturation diving spread consists of 5 completely self-contained units, which are easily transportable by road or air. The ship itself, and therefore the complete operation, can withstand extremely harsh weather. Fog, 30-knot winds, 5-meter-high waves, and currents of up to 4 knots present no problems whatsoever. As currents of up to 4 knots occur here, rock coring from a surface drilling vessel is not possible. Only a submersible drilling system is capable of obtaining samples under these difficult conditions.
Fred, watch your pilot wire.
But before this stage in proceedings was reached, 2 months of solid, hard preparations had taken place. The Rocky Giant, originally a side stone dumping vessel, was chosen because of her thruster system. But first, she had to be cut in half to facilitate the insertion of a 9-meter-long prefabricated moon pool. This took place at the Flushing shipyard, Schelde in Holland. A 100-ton lifting winch with a large motion compensator, together with a steel A-frame, were required. For backup and extra safety, 4 20,000-pound bare rock anchors were installed. These, together with the ship's dynamic positioning system, ensure the stability and hold capabilities needed to compensate for strong currents in the Strait of Belle Isle. The 5 by 7 meter moon pool is situated in the center of the ship for raising and lowering the Mission 2 system. The complicated hydraulic system was installed in Germany, and the engineers there were faced with the tricky challenge of having to combine the hydraulic systems to work under varying ambient pressures.
In dem Öltank. Wir haben hier Seewasser, hier Süßwasser, das ist die Füllung des Elektromotors.
Field trials were carried out in the Sauerlander woods as seabed-type conditions, rock formation, and overburden similar to those at the bottom of the Strait of Belle Isle could be found. This meant, of course, that the whole system could be tried and tested under virtual field conditions. Not only was the system itself tested, but divers and diving supervisors were also given full instruction and training. After completion of a test bore, a heavy-duty crane, not a ship, is used to move the 44-ton Mission 2 system to a next location. Although the temperature in the woods was somewhat higher than would be experienced in Canada, the trials still had to be completed. All this preparation is necessary to ensure that all personnel have a complete and thorough understanding of the equipment in order to cope with maintenance and, when necessary, breakdowns. Before every dive, a complete check of the Mission 2 system is carried out. The drill bits are selected according to the kind of rock formation to be found. And a complete stock of spare parts is always stored at the location, ready to cope with any situation. As men's lives are at stake, fellow divers thoroughly check all the diving equipment, and a rescue bell is always ready on board the diving vessel. Two months of preparations. 2 months during which a ship was cut in half in Holland. Field trials were held in Germany and practice bores were carried out off the coast of Scotland. Well-planned and very necessary preparations in order to reach this important stage. The moment of lowering the Mission 2 system. The base plate, which forms a solid platform on the seabed, is lowered first.
Bell blow down open. Yeah, good. I'll give you some pressure now. Okay, that's good. Try the scrubber. Yeah, roger. That's good. Signal lamp. Yeah, that's good as well. Okay, open the clamping. Roger.
Ready for takeoff, the bill moves slowly by overhead tracks until it is above the moon pool. Then the lowering descends by means of guide wires. Because of the strong currents, the umbilical cable has to be connected to the lowering cable. Along the guide wires, the bell is positioned precisely over the top of the base plate. The divers themselves connect the hydraulic hoses between the base plate power pack and the rotary drill inside the Mission 2 system. The equipment on board can also retain loose overburden and bedrock in varying formations. It takes 2 shifts of 12 hours to complete a sample rock core drilling of 7 meters. A 24-hour monitoring of all life support equipment is maintained, but during operations of this nature, not every danger can be calculated. Here in the Strait of Belle Isle, icebergs float down from the north. They can move east and west with the treacherous currents and sometimes weigh over 1 million tons.
Has he observed it for some time? Is it keeping the same bearing? Over.
Occasionally, an iceberg breaks up.
Okay.
It looks to be a growler. It's very low in the water.
And the growlers, as the pieces are called, float towards the anchored ship, completely undetected by her radar.
I want them out full speed because we're still not sure what we're plotting, and I want one of them anyway as close as possible to that bird.
Break big rocks in Barbade.
Keith, I think you have to pick up your diving bell and base plate because an iceberg is
If this sort of situation arises, emergency procedures swing into operation. The diving bell and base plate are lifted up as quickly as possible, and the ship moves on her 4 anchors to escape the approaching growler.
Well, Franz has just said that we should pull the bell, so that's what we're doing now.
Okay, is the bell coming up at the moment? Over.
Well, I imagine they're just
These cables crashing against the ship means that the lift is anything but a comfortable one for the divers. The standby boat Big Rock is on duty 24 hours a day in the strait. Maneuvering carefully, she manages to get alongside the growler and attempts to push it away.
Control bridge.
Bell's on the surface.
Not for nothing, the Strait of Belle Isle is nicknamed Iceberg Alley. The divers are on their way to the waiting hot showers, and the collected rock core samples are removed for investigation. A quick on-the-spot analysis is carried out to judge the structure and hardness of the rock core samples before they are registered and carefully packed away for further research. All these diving activities and underwater drilling operations were carried out and made possible with the knowledge and equipment of Smit Vrien's offshore diving company from Holland.